Hi, I'm Don Bodan from SampleLibraryReview.com, and I'm very excited. Today we're taking a look at Aurora Exotic Percussion by 8DO. Aurora Exotic Percussion here is a sample set from 5 different exotic percussion instruments. Library downloads as about 8 gigabytes. And it does require the full version of Contact. This library does use 8DO's new groove sampling technology and sells for $199 US. Before we dig in here, I just want to make sure and announce that Sample Library Review is hosting its annual holiday sales guide. All of the deals on one page. Probably going to want to bookmark samplelibraryreview.com/holiday. Now, Aurora Exotic Percussion's 5 main instruments translate into 5 main Contact presets. You've got one for the Kaiser drum, one for the 6s, one for the allophone, one for the tubaphone, and one for the scaphophone. Each of the instruments was pretty deep sampled with articulations for hard, soft mallets, brushes, bowed, as well as with rolls and their groove sampling. We'll get to that in just a little bit. Now, to be honest, I was a bit dismissive when I first heard about Aurora Exotic Percussion. It's very hang drummy, belly, xylophone kind of sounds. Very niche, but it wasn't until I heard the Exotic Voyage demo that Bill Brown did, I played that at the beginning of this review here, that I started to see the potential. In that spirit, 8DO has included 61 presets. In which they've sculpted and curated these sample sets into some pretty neat instruments. Now, the library does use 8DO's new groove sampling technology that they're pretty proud of here, and what that basically does is allow you to play back real performed grooves that are synced to your tempo, but you're able to get to different velocity layers, in this case by using the mod wheel for dynamics. Now, it's important to note that these grooves with 8ths, 16ths, and 32nds, these are tempo locked and they are constant. So if you want to have a specific kind of feel where you're hitting and syncopating or accenting different beats, you do need to use that dynamics in the mod wheel. And you are limited to having that constant repetition of whichever articulation you choose. The library does contain a randomize feature and an extensive effects unit. Trolls does go into details more in the official video about using the sequencer, the modulation, and the filter LFO. In summary, this really allows you to take these sample sets and really craft and create some unique, different, morphing, living kind of grooves on your own. So the pros, this rather odd sample set, the hang drums and kind of these tube things, you're able to really manipulate and get some pretty cool kind of rhythms and melodic arpeggios going. able to play it a little bit more traditionally like mallets as well. I do have to say that this new groove engine that 8DO is kind of hyping here, I am digging with what they're doing and what they're going for with it. I really do like the ability to have these real performances in multiple dynamics and to able to use the mod wheel to just kind of transition from one dynamic to accentuate a groove. And I think this engine does lend itself to being very useful for those trying to create trance-like grooves or subdivide time like composers for a score for media often need to do. The con here that I see is for most composers and music makers, this is going to seem like a very niche kind of instrument because of the exotic nature of these percussion instruments. They're tonal, very bell, xylophone-like, hang drum-like, and that's probably the core of, I think, what won't appeal to many composers who see this as a very narrow niche kind of sound. Be sure and check the links in the description below. I'll be sure to include all of the official demos for the instrument, as well as any walkthrough videos or any other video reviews that I find. Thanks so much for your support. I want to make a special claim here. As with all of Sample Library reviews, video reviews, or posts, we do not take payment to review or post. It's free for any developer to submit for us to consider taking the time to do a review like this. We do have some affiliates and advertisers, and I want to say a special thank you to those developers and companies. They help us keep the website going as well as to deliver content like this for you. Please support us, subscribe, share, or comment. Look forward to sharing many more reviews in the weeks to come.